22 KTM 125 XC. Just picked this bike up. It's kind of just a walk around ride in a field. I just wanted to get it out. It's about 50 degrees today here in Ohio. Just picked this bike up from a buddy of mine. It has about 6 hours on it, so it's basically just breaking in. But I like small bore 125s. I like having them around. They're so light and they handle well, and the suspension works good, and they're just fun to have. I had a 125 Yamaha X, YZ125X last year, and that kind of got me back into the small bores again. So that bike was a lot of fun. So I was really excited to try the KTM version here. So just a quick walk around. It's an XC, so it does have the air fork up front. I think the standard setting on this is 8 bar, which is pretty light, and it's got the linkage on the back. The bike is fundamentally a 125 SX, but it has the standard XC stuff. It has the bigger tank. I think that's 2.4 gallons. And what else? It's a 6-speed, and obviously with as a XC, this one comes with a e-start, which is cool. And it's also kind of nice, they still kept the Kickstarter on it, which is neat too. So this bike has some cool plastic on it, factory edition style plastic. And 125 XC also comes with the skid plate, which is nice. I'm not really 100% sure on the jetting. I just got the bike, and they don't come with manuals now, so I have to download it online. But I think it's got a 470 or 490 main, maybe a 32.5 pilot, maybe a 4373 needle. I think it's in the second position, but it's running okay today. I think I just got to ride it a while and kind of get a feel for the jetting. It's a Mikuni. They're pretty controversial carburetors on these bikes. Lots of tweaking and messing around, but honestly, it's running okay today with it. I love the e-start. It's an XC, so it has a kickstand, 18-inch rear wheel. This one has Michelin Starcross softs on, I think, and it's got a nice Super Sprox, the aluminum carrier with the steel chain, and these have O-ring chains on them. So this has podium bars too, and it's a KTM bend. So I think it's funny. I think they're actually a little smoother than the stock ones in terms of vibration, but I love having e-start. It's not a big deal on a 125, but honestly, it's very convenient to have it. The clutch pull is just super light, hydraulic. These Brembo brakes that work so fantastic on the moto bikes work even better on this 200-pound 125. These things are so light and agile. You can kind of just trials ride them around in places, but they don't have a lot of power. And that's one thing I can say already. Compared to the YZ125X, I think the YZ125X would pull it just a little bit more of that initial pull, get itself onto the power band quicker, and that gave it, I'd say, a little bit more of a low end feel for a 125. This one just is not as, it's just a little smoother coming on the pipe. Now once you get into the mid and the upper, it tears, and it's strong because it is just a 125 SX, and that's probably 37, 38 horsepower. And honestly, the smoother power is actually pretty nice when in the woods. It just almost acts like a natural traction control. But the clutch action being so light just lets you kind of just always just keep it right where it needs to be, and then you just barely touch that Brembo front brake, and it just brings it down to a stop. So trails are a little soft, so I'm trying to take it easy, not chew everything up, but you can see when you get it singing, it yanks. It'll be fun to get it out and on a real ride, but honestly, this stuff is pretty fun too. And this is where the 125 stuff is just kind of goof off on the low, tight little trails. riding my mountain bikes, e-bikes over here a little bit, and this thing feels like a mountain bike. And the lightweight just it just throws, you know, in the tight trails and just kind of picking it up. It's so easy to ride. Oh, that's going to be fun. So 2022 KTM 125 XC, lightweight, zippy, zingy. Man, it's going to be, I'm really looking forward to riding this thing. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. 2 thumbs up.